What's good, campers? It's your boy Killer Beezy. It's a sad time for Marvel Contest of Champions right now, man. If you guys are regular players, you will know about all the uproar from the Elders War update coming up. I think it comes out on March the 1st. But before we go into the tips of how to prepare for the update, I just want to cover a few things that I don't necessarily agree with regarding this update. Now, the first one is I don't agree with the fact that we had to find out all this information through the information being leaked. So the information was circling, people were getting the information around line and on Twitter and whatnot, and then the forums blew up. Kabam then was obviously reading everyone's messages on the forum, and then it was, we're gonna look into this and then get back to you guys after we look at all 16 pages. And then all of a sudden, all they've basically done is officially announce the information that we was all reading anyway. So I don't agree with that. Do you know what I mean? You guys as a company need to communicate a lot better with, you know, if you guys are planning to do this, we should have heard it from you guys directly. Not that it would have made it any better at all. So that's the first thing. So the second thing is, what else I don't agree with is every time Kabam want to release a new piece of content, instead of them making the content more difficult, their solution is taking away some of the champ's abilities, which I don't agree with, because you know, fair enough, you want to do rank down tickets or whatever it is that you think it makes it okay to go ahead with such a massive change. But you've got players, not like myself, but you have got players out there that they grind for days. Like, certain men don't sleep. You understand? Certain men don't eat, don't sleep, like going to the toilet so that they can just rinse down arena, and then they finally get the champs that they wanted, and then Kabam just say, you know what, well, yeah, you got the champ, but here what, this champ ain't gonna be able to do this, that, and the other anymore. Like, it is a bump. It is to know that you can work so hard on accomplishing something in a game, and then the company can just say, actually, you know, I'm glad you got that, I'm glad you're enjoying it, but we're gonna take that away now. I think it's wrong, to be honest with you. So for you guys out there that haven't done Realm of Legends, that haven't played map 6, that haven't done the Road to the Labyrinth, that haven't done the Labyrinth, that, you know, any kind of special quest like the Ming-Na challenge or the Chloe's quest or anything like that, if you plan to do the ones that are available to you right now and you haven't done them yet, do them. Because once these changes get into effect, it's a wrap. Can't do them anymore. Do you know what I mean? Well, you can do them, but it's gonna be a lot. It's gonna be difficult. So I'm not gonna go into detail with regards to the changes and whatnot. I've left it in the background for you guys to see, so you guys can obviously pause the video and read certain things for yourself. I will post when I post this video, I will have the description in the link. I will have the link to the announcement in the description below. So, right, another point that I wanted to cover is anything. Another thing that annoyed me is this whole rank down thing. Now, do you guys remember when they announced Perfect Block? Yeah, and when they announced the changes with the Perfect Block and saying that they were going to remove it, they said there was no way that you could rank down the champion. Like, you either had to just delete the champion or keep the champion. So basically, people like me that made a decision to say, well, you know what, this champion was only good for this, so now that they ain't got this anymore, like, I don't need them. Like, so I sold some of my champions because of a change that you guys made. But then later on down the line, you guys come out and say, well, actually, we can do this, but we've only done this because you lot asked for it. No, I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that. Shut up. Yeah, you could have done it from a long time ago and you chose not to. Yeah, you've only done it now because you lot, if you lot didn't announce the rank down thing, imagine that if you guys thought it was crazy uproar already, imagine if you didn't have the facility to rank down and it was a choice between, well, selling Scarlet Witch or keeping her. Like, yo, Kabam would have lost players. That's why they've made a point in saying, well, what can we do? Because you couldn't leave it as just, where you either sell them or you're not. You can do that with Black Bolt, Cyclops and Magneto. It's not really a biggie. But you can't do that in this aspect. Like, do you know what I mean? And Oh man, it's just, you know, things like, you know, people have grinded like for things like solo events, for signature stones and stuff like that. Like, you can't get that back. Do you know what I mean? It don't matter what you want to give away. Like, you can't. People that have grinded like months for, like, I saw like what's his name? I think the guy's name is Brian Grant. Yeah, he had like 99 skill signature stones. So when I think he got Black Widow and he awakened her, and he took her to 99 straight away. Or I think he might have awakened her with a crystal, and he took her to 99 straight away because of all the signature stones that he had. So someone like that who's made sure Black Widow's got to level 99 is now, her ability doesn't cover, it's not 100% anymore. It's now been reduced. It's now going to be reduced to 70. So basically, that's a waste of signature stones for thinking in your head that it's going to guarantee that you can go up against Electros, Spideys, Thorns nodes and not take any damage. Like, if you are a skilled player, you are not going to lose life as long as you have the best fight of your life. Do you know what I mean? It's you can't give that back. You can't say to people, oh, here you go, have 30 class stones, and obviously you open them and, you know, hopefully you get majority of the ones that you get is the skill stones back. You can't guarantee that. So anyway, this update it's not gonna hit people that either spend a lot of money or grind arena consistently week in, week out, because it's like none of the new champs are being affected by this. So if you're someone that is getting the new champs like every time they're released, you're cool. Do you know what I mean? Yes, obviously, don't get me wrong, you can, you know, some of your main characters that you use is still going to be affected. However, you've got a wide variety, you've got a range of different champs to choose from now. Do you know what I mean? You've got a different range of champs that you can test out. For little noobs like me, it's like, what am I going to do now? Do you know what I mean? But anyway, so that's all I'm going to say ranting about. So now the question is, how do we prepare for the Elders War update? So this is just my advice. This is something that I'm going to be doing. So first of all, I'm going to grind hard. I'm going to like play arena as much as I can. I'm going to, you know, do everything that I can, play every event and whatnot, and try and get as much crystals as I possibly can. Yeah, that's the first thing I'm going to do. I think they said that the rank down tickets will expire after a month. So what I'll probably do is I will constantly be getting as much crystals as I can, opening them as much as I can throughout that period of time, throughout the period of that month, because there's champions now there's newer champions that I have that are higher in prestige than my current top 5. For instance, I'll give you an example. Someone like Hulkbuster, who is within my top 5, but I could easily replace him with someone like Red Hulk, who I didn't have at the time that I ranked up Hulkbuster, but I have him now. So he would benefit me a lot more prestige-wise, and I don't use Hulkbuster in anything. He's not in my Alliance Wolf defense anymore. I don't use him as an attacking player. I don't use him for anything. So I'm quite happy for him to go down to rank 4. So for, you know, my main aim will be trying to get as much of the new characters as I can out of as much crystals as I can while this month, because if I can benefit my prestige a lot by getting some of these newer champions, then I'd rather do that and just D-rank, you know, some of my top 5 who don't fall into my prestige anymore if I rank 5 another option. So that's one thing that I'm going to be doing. Another thing that I'm going to be doing is stacking up on the tier 3 basics and the tier 2 and tier 3 class catalysts, because if I do get anybody new in these crystals that's going to benefit my prestige, they're going to be useless unless I've got the cats to take them up to rank 2 and then rank 3 and then rank 4 and rank 5. So I'm definitely going to be collecting those cats. Another thing that I'm going to be doing is, when the update goes live, testing the champions that have been nerfed, because, you know, we are sitting here and it sounds bad because we are used to what the champs can do now, not what they're going to be able to do after the update. So any ability that you take away or you nerf from what we're used to is going to sound bad. So there's a possibility that we might use the champs and it might not be as bad as it sounds on paper. So definitely I would say test them. I mean, someone like 4, that doesn't need much of a testing. We know how much his damage is going to be significantly reduced, so that wouldn't require a test. But you know, other champions that aren't necessarily losing their ability, but certain abilities of theirs are being reduced, test them. So that is going to be a big thing that I'm going to do. When you're D-ranking champions, take your prestige into consideration, because you might D-rank a champion that you don't use, but that champion might be one of the reasons why your prestige is as high as it is. What you don't want to do is D-rank champions and then think, oh yeah, you know what, I'm going to D-rank Electro level 99, but I'm going to rank 5 Wolverine because I can use him more in Alliance Quest. And then your prestige goes, and then your Alliance is like, hold on, we can't get them catalysts from Alliance Quest. Who's the weak link? Who we kicking today? You don't want to be that guy. You don't want to be on the receiving end of that. So take your prestige into consideration when you're D-ranking champions. Right, another one is when you are ranking up, when you D-rank champions and you're ranking up new champions to replace them or whatnot, fit it all into the solo events. Kabam has announced that when the level up solo events over this period of time are going to be double the rewards. Make the most of it. Get as much signature stones as you can from it, get as much potions as you can from it, get as much of those crystal shards that you can from it, get as much units as you can from it, everything. Just milk it, because at the end of the day, it's a waste if you have the rewards sitting there, but then you just, because of your lack of patience, you end up just ranking outside of the event and just losing out on the rewards that you could have got from there. So that's another tip. Second of all, get as much new heroes as you can, man. Again, that's going to be from requiring crystals, or whether it be, you know, they're available as a feature for Arena. You know, try your hardest to get as much of the new heroes as you can, because you will benefit from them being in your roster. And the last thing I'm gonna say is play Arena as much as you can, because if you're someone like me who is seeing how easily Kabam can take away certain abilities of champs and, you know, make the game a lot more of a headache for us, because some of these champions that, well, a lot of these champions that they're nerfing make our lives easier. It makes us not have to spend so much, because you have someone that you can use. If you have the right skill, it's a money saver for you. So one thing I would say to you is play Arena a lot more often. That's what I'm going to do, because I'm going to get as much shards as I can from Arena. I'm going to get as much units as I can from Arena and just save them up so that I don't have to put money into the game. Yeah, I can just play Arena, put the time into the game, get the units, and then therefore when I want to buy stuff or whatnot, I've already got the units from Arena. There's no money out of my pocket. I'm not paying to play the game, and therefore it doesn't feel like so much of a punch in the face when Kabam choose to make changes like this. So, and isn't it a coincidence that Act 5 is coming soon? So, you know, they what was it that they couldn't make Act 5? They couldn't make the content harder, so they had to nerf some of the champions in order to make the content difficult. I don't know. But yeah, I hope those tips help you guys. If you guys have any tips of you know, ways that you're going to prepare for the update, then please comment on the video below. If this video helped you or gave you some kind of new view on how to prepare for the update, then please leave a like on the video. Once again, it's been your boy Killer Beezy, Camp E.N.T, Game to Entertain. If you're not following us on the Twitter, follow us on Camp_E_N_T, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.